New on Curiosity Stream. How do you connect a 16th century potato to limitless energy production? Could Napoleon's toothpick have a direct link to a machine that predicts the future? And how can a 1700s conch shell chart a course to humans connecting their brains to the internet? James Burke's visionary series Connections returns for a new generation. Experience all new Connections. With monthly, annual, and bundled plans, find the one that works for you at curiositystream.com.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to the J360 Mini Bites here on J360 Radio, hosted by J.M. Brady. I am your host, J.M. Brady. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, J360 Legion? This is J-Man. I'm just sitting right here, and I'm taking a look at this other project that I got going on and watching to see if it'll encode. You know, sometimes encode can be a real pain in the ass. But, yeah, I mean, so far so good. I mean, like, when you know, like, you get something done with streaming, it becomes a whole different format, then you got to rework it. So that's all I'm doing right now, in addition to, like, prepping something else that needs to be worked on around here. Yeah. Working on all the J360 TV stuff. It seems to be an ongoing thing, but you got to realize, like, you know how you work hard on audio? You got to figure you work at least twice as hard with video, because you got to make sure all of that stuff syncs up. So that's why I always look at it, I'm like, yeah. It's like going back home, though. I mean, because this is how I got started, and then later on I went into, like, radio and stuff. I mean, like, there's a whole, like, mythology that surrounds me. It's just amazing. But, like, right off the bat, though, after doing that concert and after doing a few things for J360 Radio, it's about high time to just go on ahead and just work on the process for J360 TV. Not to mention converting the J-Man episodes. God knows when I'll be done with that. But, I mean, in a way, it's kind of like lighting the candle at both ends. So, I'm sitting here thinking this. Maybe we might have to go dark next week. Maybe. We'll see. And real J-Man fans know what that means. And I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I might as well tell you now, because I'm always getting new fans these days. Let's see. Going dark means that there's no new shows being produced at that point. Like, taking the time to actually work on all the processes here, so it's not like lighting the candle at both ends, and, you know, just keeping things steady. So, if anything, it's like production week. I'm not even doing R&D at that point. I'm just cleaning out the vault. And there is a vault. Several of them. Yeah, it's been a very interesting turn of events. I mean, with things starting to open up, and then, like, you know, just getting back into J360 TV, actually working on stuff that I haven't finished in a long time, and also writing notes for things that'll carry me off into, like, the next few years. I've just been staying on it. And then not only that, just trying to pay attention to everything that's around me. I've been noticing, though, like, the more the momentum rises, certain, you know, people that I used to talk to aren't necessarily sociable anymore. I'm like, this is like the weirdest stuff I've ever seen in my life. But, you know, the thing is that I went through this before, but I'm like, wow. I didn't think I'd go through it again in my 30s. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, you're starting to see that. And then, like, you got people that'll go ahead and be like, oh, you know, you've changed a lot since then. And I'm like, no, I haven't. I've been about the same, where I really, really don't care for people and their crap. But I damn sure don't care for when people try to label me as such. And you see, the funny part about it is that I'm like, you know what? I've been at this for a while now. I know how people are when success comes into play. And it kind of makes you think that that speech that the Green Goblin gave Spider-Man in Spider-Man 1 actually has some merit to it. Because it's like, the most that they ever want to see is a hero to fail. You know, because then they'll ride you by the coattails on that. Of course, I mean, I'm going ad-libs on that one. But, you know, the truth is, it's just like, So the more successful I get, the more hated I'll become because of success due to envy and everything else. And then that can go vice versa too. Because you never know. You might do a live stream with somebody and then they forget to give you credit, or they'll give you credit like in passing, and then you call them out on that nonsense. And there's a whole lot of that stuff that goes on. Which is why, like, at the same time, you know, you start to realize when you work with other people on certain projects, you might want to pay attention to, like, why you have contracts. You know, stuff is stuff is so damn stupid anymore. And then you start to really realize this as an adult. And it's crazy. But maintaining your professionalism is like the overall key. Discretion is the key when it comes to certain things. And then, like, I have to always remember, as much as I like to punch the lights out of some people, I can go ahead and do it in a better way by what I do here. And then not only that, like, one way or another, people usually trap themselves up. And then some people, like, when they try to dash a friendship against the rocks because of BS narratives out here, like identity politics and all that stuff, as a way of trying to say, oh, I'm going to fix you, or I'm going to go ahead and do what I can to try to separate from you, but I'll promote everybody else, blah, blah, blah. That is so stupid. That is retarded. Yeah, I'm going to flat out say it, It is above and beyond stupid to even think that kind of stuff, and don't try to gum at me on that crap, because let me tell you this. Retarded is a scientific term. You're not progressing. You got to progress. You cannot be doing stupid stuff like that and thinking that it's okay. You cannot treat people this way. You understand what I'm saying? If you're going to promote people, promote everybody. Because I can smell shade. As a purveyor and a thrower of shade, I know shade when I see it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just to the point where people will try to cancel you over anything. But then you're going to have to realize some of these things are just words. And sometimes if the shoe fits, wear it. But you see, the thing about it is, my journey and how I go through things, it's my responsibility. It's up to me. It's up to what I need to do. It's up to the fact that I got to go as far as I got to go. Because, I've come from a very far area. Like when I started this whole thing, I didn't expect it to blow up like it did. I didn't expect all these things to happen. I didn't expect the J-Man show to take off. I didn't expect, my old team to bust apart, so I had to make a new one. And all, you know what I mean? It gets to that point sometimes where you realize this is what it's going to be like sometimes. Because there's always going to be a new to replace the old. And some people have their hang-ups. Some people have their prices. Some people have, and this is just the screwed up version of what people are. And you can see it. The thing is, and they also be like, well, you left me behind. And it was like, I had to. I had to leave you behind. Because you weren't going anywhere. Because you weren't doing anything. Because at the end of the day, you blamed everybody else for your faults. Or you got scared and you didn't follow through. Whereas me, myself, I never had a chance. So I took the chance. Life wasn't going to give me the chance. So I had to go ahead and go for those things. And it's crazy how we got to this stupid loop nowadays. Where there's always somebody, and I ask this question all the time, how come you, me, and anybody else around here in this whole, society of ours are having the same damn argument, but we don't get anything done? Everybody from here to all the way to the country of Zimbabwe are having an argument of he said this, she said that. Oh, what about equality? What about my feelings? All that kind of stuff. But nothing gets solved. You know what I mean? You can disagree with me all you want, but the point is if I'm in a project with you, the big picture is the project that needs to get done. And trust me, I will be right there popping your ego all the time, or I'll go ahead and I'll cross kick you verbally in the right way that needs to be done to let you know that, hey, guess what? You're wasting time for yourself and me and anybody out there who wanted to see this. And I see people all the time coming out of the woodwork. Oh, yeah, Jay, we should do this. Oh, yeah, Jay, we should come up. We should collab. We should blah, blah, blah. We should. You need to get the hell away from me. Make sure what the hell you got coming along is actually founded, has a foundation to it. Then bring it back to me, and then we'll see what we can do. Not any of this, go nowhere kind of crap. And I've been seeing that a lot lately. Even as I'm working on this week and, next week's content, if we're going to go that far, because it really depends on the conversions by the end. Even with Jams 31, people have been taking their sweet time. I'm like, yo, the deadline is on Thursday. I can only imagine if it was on Wednesday. And then some people started mailing me one track. I'm like, look, it doesn't always have to be like a new track, but at the same time, 2 tracks, not 1. Know the criteria of how we do things here. But then I got to take the time to remind you, and that's fine, because hey, guess what? Somebody has to be responsible about that. But at the end of the day, I just see it all the time. I'm like, hey, the tribe is acting a certain way, and then all of a sudden, I got to go and look at it, and I got to remember why we're a unit in the first place. It's just little things like that. It's just like, even now with doing the regular schedule again, you got to get back in the swing of things, but it never really left because it was always something you could command and use. And yes, I know a lot of y'all didn't like it when I used the R word, but the thing about it is it's just a word. But a lot of people haven't stopped acting akin to that word. A lot of people act like they deserve special treatment more than, hey, guess what? We're just getting through life. Stop being offended by everything and start doing more. Start being better people. I mean, if you're better than me, cool. But the thing about it is this. You're going to have to be about that life. You know what I mean? And I'm one of the best people you'll ever meet. So I know that for a fact. But it's just crazy, man. Even now with the way the world is sometimes, it's like, I just don't get it. I just don't get, like, who the hell are we trying to impress? Who the hell is on this high horse here? And over there, like, you got to go ahead and you got to be like, more flies with honey with somebody. You got to go ahead and coax that. It's like, this is getting ridiculous. Me, on the other hand, ain't nobody trying to coax me. Everybody comes up out of the woodwork to tell me some stupid stuff. I'm like, it's one thing that the mentally ill is out here. We need to pay more awareness to it. But why do you have to insist on sharing that nonsense with me right now? You know what I mean? I'm always like, Jesus, I didn't do anything to you. And I ain't going to tolerate and get soaked in your narrative because I'm busy building mine. Put that, like I said, if anything, get the proper treatments you need. But at the same time, I'm not going to tell you to go ahead and take a pill for it because that is the worst damn thing. There's already a drug problem that will never be solved. There's got to be ways that you can survive and how you can bounce back in this world. And I sympathize with you, but I can't wet nap you. You understand what I'm saying? That's the whole point. It's like, but there's times where I know I got to go it alone. There's times where I know I got to just look at you and be like, all right, you know what? You guys go have your after party. I don't give a damn. I'm not coming to it. I got things to do. And that's just where I am these days. It's like, with all this stuff around here. Now, I know some people be like, well, Jay, you work a lot. I do. I have much merit and reason why. Because I've been to that after party crap. I've been about that whole thing. And trust me, I know what it's like when nothing's getting done. It's a pain in the butt. But like I said before, if I hurt your feelings in some way, well, you kind of needed your feelings to get hurt. Let's just say that. Welcome to the real world, right? Other than that, though, let me just get to this point. Okay, so your lineup is, you got the mini bites happening right now. You got the J-Man show happening tomorrow at 10. We'll delve into something a little bit deeper. Hopefully, it'll be a lighter toned episode, but I seriously doubt it because it is the J-Man show. And then you have, like, J360 Jams on Friday. Thursday is kind of open because, like, I really want to work on the Power Play library a little bit. But, if nothing else, there will be a Power Play episode as far as I know. And all shows happen at 10. Of course, you know that now we are official with YouTube. We have the J360 Productions. All that stuff is lined up on YouTube. Everything is like boomed, and I'm loving it. I know I'm speaking a lot of slang terms, but come on now. It's just like, I am excited. I have like a mixed bag of emotions going on right now, and I'm just like, I don't believe it. But I'm loving it, But I just call out the whole stupidity that surrounds me and the way this company has grown all the time because it seems to be coming out of the woodwork, man. Like, for every 10th person, there's always that one or two that for some reason think that it's okay to act a certain way and to be entitled, and it's not. And then look really, really stupid doing it. But that's okay, though. I always put them in their place. But I have to get off this thing right now because we are getting close to the end. So, this is the J-Man Show signing off, and... oh, wow, that's funny. See? Mixed bag of emotions. All right, this is the Mini Bites, and this is J-Man signing off. I will see you tomorrow at 10, okay? Take care for me.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.